So Bitcoin, stealing all of the light. Now, one thing that I do see is Bitcoin is just holding these levels, and every time we get to these areas, it's being bought up. And it kind of looks like it. A lot of people are jumping to Bitcoin right now. Not only are we seeing it on the chart, we're seeing it on the dominance chart. We're seeing it on the altcoins. We had a small pullback from Bitcoin yesterday, very small, hardly breaking the $24,000 region. And we had the altcoins completely pull back. Now, what that has done for us is it's now allowed the altcoins to come back and test all the breakouts. For me, this is the time where it's now or never. This is the time I get into altcoins. This is the time where I'm looking to buy altcoins. Seeing the dominance go to the upside still makes me believe that Bitcoin is going to attempt that high yet again. But ultimately, we do know everyone's jumping to Bitcoin. It's being the safe haven right now. We've got stock markets dropping. We have everything going down. We have Bitcoin going up. And it's very clear that people are, when it comes to real safe money that they want, they're jumping to Bitcoin. They're not just jumping to a bunch of alts. But we do know that the money is going to get diversified into the altcoins. And you don't want to remember January when the whole market took off. How hard was it to buy altcoins? Why? Because we got them as they broke out with Bitcoin, and we saw how quickly they moved. We had 300, 400% literally in 3 weeks. And now we're at the point where love is at Bitcoin, but what comes next? Focusing on Bitcoin, I think it's too late to buy Bitcoin. I think it's extremely early to buy altcoins. I'm going to show you what altcoins I am buying, the ones that are breaking trends now, the ones that have broken higher highs, retested, looking fantastic. We have this chart of Bitcoin breaking out of the wedge. We have the 4-hour RSI reset. And ultimately, I heard something about a couple $1 trillion hitting the markets. I don't know if it's the crypto markets, but money's coming on. That printer is about to rattle, and I know things are about to go crazy. If we have good news next week, I think we're going to have an absolute face-melting rip in the market, but I think it's altcoins. I think the time and the focus is to build altcoins. Let's make money. Let's try have a repeat of January yet again, and let's have a massive show. No more wasting time. Hit the button, and let's get it.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click, click. Enter the sniper.
Yo, Banter fam, what's happening? How are we doing? Say yo, what's up in the comments. I want to see that you're here. I want to see that you're still interested. I want to see that you understand what the possibilities of what comes next. Now, I'm proud of every single one of you that have stuck through the whole bear market. There's a good selective amount, probably 20, 25,000 people that have not left. And I'm so proud of you, because these are the moments that we wait for, right? All of a sudden, Bitcoin wakes up, everything goes absolutely crazy. And you are going to be the ones that are going to do incredibly well in the bull market. And who knows, we might get a crazy bullish leg right now. And we're going to trade it day for day. As candles print, we're going to move with the market. If you're brand new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. Remember, we have cohort 4 coming up for Sniper School within 10 days. If you go below this video in the description, you will find the registration link to get into Sniper School. You have to open one of our exchange links, Sniper School exchange links, Bybit, BitGet, OKX, and Maxi. You open one of those accounts using our links. You put $100 in, you trade with that $100, and you register for Sniper School. It asks you for your user ID. You put that in, and you come join me. Now, again, I can see how amazing the school guys are doing. And I want to remind you, I'm doing another live trading today. We had a small stoppage yesterday. End of the day, it's given us even better entries today. And for me, it is teaching everyone so much to just see the mental control of the emotions. from the guys that are doing school is incredible. Guys, I promise you, it takes you to a whole nother level. I believe you already know majority of it. I really believe that you actually understand this game. I'm there to categorize and make it a lot easier for you guys. Get there. Love you guys. To all of you that's been through the bear market with it and been here, like, I'm so proud of you. We have 25 to 30,000 people that have stuck through it all. And that's it, right? You know, who made money in the last bear market? The guys that survived 2017 bull market. They're the ones that made a lot of money. And you survived the last bull and bear market, your time's to come, and you're going to appreciate it and love this journey, because when it comes, it happens so fast, and that's it. Then you got to find what else are you doing with your life. If you make lots of money, what are you doing next? Do you know? It can get boring. It can get boring. So what's happening, guys? How are we feeling out there? Are we in the market? Are you out the market? King Sniper, what's happening? Yo, Sheldon, what's happening? The school is fantastic. I appreciate it very much. I just want to see that you guys are all here and you're all ready to go. Come on. Are we getting impatient? Must I just degen? Not even go through Bitcoin, not going anything. Must we just degen? Is that what you want from me? To just degen? I am going to quickly speak about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, as you can see, I'm tracking it now on the 4-hour, starting to zoom in a little bit. We know on the high time frames where we're at. We know the importance of this wick. I'm very happy we never made a bearish engulfing, so meaning that this candle turned red. We did get some selling pressure, of course, but I'm glad we didn't have a full reversal candle, which is good. And reason that we didn't, well, the fact that we didn't make that is giving us still momentum over here, and you can still see how we're fighting this level. If this went fully red, it would have been bad. It would have been a really big sell-off signal, and the fact that we still remain green is good, and that's why you're seeing that we're still holding momentum. And let's not lie, guys, Bitcoin looks really strong right now. It is holding incredibly strong, and we can obviously see the dominance is holding really, really, really good. We have a look at it, it's nearly at 46 again, and it's looking at possibly breaking the high. Now I'm going to explain to you guys again. I think dominance goes to 48% here. I think this continues. And the only reason I think it continues, because I think Bitcoin goes possibly higher than where we are now. And it will need the whole market cap, and it will need a lot of support from the altcoins to do so. It's breaking huge levels here. That little shoot through the 25K, even though we're sitting below it now, was a really, really, really big deal, because there was a huge wall there. There was a big selling pressure wall of people that want to bring down the market, and we smashed it. And the fact that we smashed it makes it a lot easier to get through that. Now, for example, how many times did we hit that 25.2 and not hit? Like, you'll be surprised how much quicker we can get through those levels now, now that wall's no longer there. So yes, dominance is going up. But for me, look at it every single time. If we look at January, we look at these two big waves. This big wave over here, right? So this was the January pump for Bitcoin. And this took it from 16,000 all the way to 25K. It took love, right? And then what happened after that? Altcoin love. And we saw a crazy altcoin surge. We saw altcoin catch up. We saw some crazy altcoins. We saw Render go from 40 cents to $2. We saw Aptos. We saw many of these tokens just do incredible things in that time. So we know that crypto always moves in these waves of flying money into Bitcoin, bring money into the market, diversify it into the altcoins. Because let's not lie, Bitcoin's cool, but it's the most boring token in crypto. And it's crazy, something about crypto which just brings out this degen vibes within us, and people love enjoying and love trading the altcoins. They really, really, really do. So this is where the fun happens, and to be honest, this is where a lot of the market makes its money, is the altcoins, because they know how quickly people FOMO. I probably spent, it must have been about $600 to probably around $600,000 on shitty NFTs in the last bull market. I probably spent about $600,000 on IDOs. I probably spent, like, that's what this market does. And that's why they're always going to need the altcoins, because the altcoins just bring in this FOMO and they just bring in the money. So you're always going to have these waves of Bitcoin flush into altcoins, Bitcoin flush into altcoins, Bitcoin flush into altcoins. So end of the day, we do have a rampaging Bitcoin right now. And we are tracking to make sure, as long as Bitcoin's healthy right now, the whole market's healthy. And that's the big thing. And Bitcoin is looking incredibly strong. Now, the big question is obviously, where does this dominance go? When are we going to have the flush out into altcoins? And we do have a few smaller resistances along the way to the 48. I think the major target is 48. The major target of this move is to get there. Now, I don't know if we go straight through here. The only reason that I would see that from here we go all the way to 48 is if Bitcoin breaks that high and rides to 28 to 30,000. If it decides to go one shot now with good news next week, with the money printers coming on, stock market hopefully bounce, these sort of things, then I see dominance going from here to 48. But if we're going to have Bitcoin ladder, where it goes to 26 now, 25, 27, 20, if it ladders like that, I see us having a little bit of rejections at these areas like this. And ultimately, for me, the altcoins are basically doing this. And I'm going to just draw this out quickly before I jump into, I got tons of altcoins for you guys. And in the meanwhile, in the comments, put all of your altcoins. SARS, are we talking about SARS right now? FOMC next week. But guys, come on. I think next week's going to be good. I think that's where we're going to have a bounce within stock markets. I really do. I think that's where we're going to have the fire of that. And let's see, we do have a slight decoupling of stock markets going down, Bitcoin going up. Hopefully stock market goes up, Bitcoin continues to go up. Like that's the big one. But I just want to explain something to you quickly. And I'm going to jump into tons of altcoins after. But what we got to see over here is you basically have Bitcoin came on a downtrend, right? And it started to shoot up. Okay, and it started to make these strong moves. And what you're getting below that is you're getting altcoins. Now I'm going to draw these two over here so you can see the two different comparisons. But what basically starts to happen is as soon as you get Bitcoin to crack through major levels, right? Major levels, it starts to accelerate and it starts to move pretty fast. Okay, because it gets through the major walls and then it starts to, the selling pressure gets a lot easier. The big walls are broken. It starts to fly. Then what you have below that is you have altcoins. And altcoins come like this, and now they're basically dragging like this. And altcoins are basically dragging in this sort of area. Okay, they're not through those big walls just yet. But what you're going to have is money always flows into Bitcoin first. So the money flies in here, like I spoke about the dominance. That's amazing. And then basically after it diversifies. But what the importance is of getting altcoin entries here is altcoins are still going to grow. Now, for example, ETH in these areas was around 1.4, 1.15, anything like that. And then it creeps up all the way to 1.7. It hasn't had its full run like Bitcoin has just yet, but ultimately you still got 20% on the upside. Your entries are still over here. But what happens is you get the slow growth, and why we want to get altcoins in these areas over here is because at some point we're going to crack through the wall. Now, just before I jump back to this chart, let's actually go look at the wall. Let's go look at where we are with the total 3. Here we go. So you can see it very much. Here is the wall. Okay. This is basically the areas of Bitcoin when it was at 20, 21 and things like that. And as soon as it broke through that, it started to accelerate. You could see very much. Look how long. Let's actually go back here from January. We're now sitting on what, 45, 50 days where it's just been hitting the same level. Boom, 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 boom. And eventually, with when you start to see the acceleration is when we break through this. And when you break through this, you start to raise all of this resistances. And then you get the crazy one. The crazy one is this huge gap over here. Okay. So what you can expect right now, the market's doing the right thing. The altcoins are doing the right thing. Is it slowly grows and slowly creeps up over here. In the meanwhile, we have Bitcoin going. There goes Bitcoin. Cheers. Bye. It's moving. But ultimately, once it gets through here is when you have the altcoin pop. Now, the problem when this altcoin pop happens is it can extend so fast that is extremely hard to get in. Extremely hard because it just rips and it just doesn't stop. And I'll show you again just before I come back. This is altcoins. Look at this. Okay, put yourself in the scenario right now. This is altcoins. Look at this. Creep up, creep up, creep up. Boom! Gone. There she goes. Where do you buy? Where do you buy? Where do you buy? Where do you buy? It just goes and goes and goes and goes. But this is where all the resistance is over here. It's all this. You see, creeping, creeping, creeping. Now look at it over this time over here. Now, I'm not saying that wave's as big. I'm saying we can expect a wave like here. Will we go all the way to all-time highs? No, I don't think so just yet. But I do think we have 100% move within altcoins. I think we have a huge leg that comes like that. And you got to look at it at this phase over here. If you look here from January all the way over here, you were looking at around 40 days to 50 days of this creeping up. But eventually it cracks through. So what's the benefits? The benefits over here is we want to get in our altcoin entries here before this pop happens. Because when the pop happens, it's extremely hard to get into those altcoins. You're going to be late and you're going to be very annoyed with yourself saying, I missed the pump, I missed the pump, I missed the pump, I missed these things because you were waiting, you were waiting, you're waiting. And it gets extremely hard when that basically happens. So what we really want is we want the entries here. While Bitcoin's running, Bitcoin's already starting this. It's already doing this. We want the entries in this area over here. So I want to, let's jump straight back into the chart over there. Where was I on? Bitcoin chart. You can see the excitement, guys. See the excitement. Okay, let's go to where we are now. Ooh, look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. So basically understanding that this is the time for altcoins. This is the time for us to get into altcoins. For me, Bitcoin's gone right now, and it's not a Bitcoin buying market. So I just want to quickly go through short time frame on Bitcoin, and then we're going to jump into the altcoins. So right now, we broke a flag, and it's very obvious that support for Bitcoin is 24,000. This is the momentum we have right now. It's what we're holding right now, and it's what we want to keep. Okay, below 24, you then have the wall of the 22.5. Okay, which may happen, but slightly later. But for now, I'm tracking that down. And what did we do? We basically broke RSIs, got to the bottom. We held the higher low, and now we're breaking trend to the upside. So Bitcoin is showing it's going again. It's attempting it again. From here, it's attempting. It's got to get through the 25.2, the big major level, and then it's going to attempt the big dog again. So I spoke to you again. Expect altcoins to sit back and just watch. You're still going to get 10, 20% gains in altcoins. But you want those entries before you get that 100% pop, because then it's impossible to get into your entries. So this is where we are filling up as Bitcoin gets in, and we protect ourselves within the bottom. So right now, Bitcoin is looking good, and it's looking like it wants to attempt. Now, let's quickly jump just before I get into altcoins. Let's see stock markets, the futures. It did drop off yesterday, obviously causing altcoins. But let's have a look. We got the daily RSI at the bottom. And the big thing that I want to focus on here, because even though we are getting a little bit of a downside in the futures, I want to make sure it still holds the big bullish levels. And for me, that is the 618, and we're still above that. I'm hoping it. I hoped yesterday it was going to go test it so we can finally hit it, and maybe it still can within this week. That's fine. But ultimately, we hold this level. We can still have a really strong bounce whenever they come and save the day, because I'm pretty sure they're going to come save the day at some point. I really, really, really do. Guys, remember, we are doing a live trading at 2 o'clock. We're doing a live trading. We're going again. We are doing a live trading. If you've done school, you get the invites on the Discord. So if we have a look over here, as long as we hold this area over here, I can still expect at some point a decent bounce. Doesn't have to break the highs here. We just need stock markets going up with Bitcoin and the momentum that we currently have right now. Okay, let's jump into the altcoins. Oof, Bitcoin looking good. First one, Fantom. Here we go. Breakout, higher high, retest yesterday. Beautiful candle coming straight into our buy box over here. And for me, Fantom is the way to go. I basically have my zones between the 37 and 40. This is probably last calls for me for Fantom. Once it's out of these levels and it's out above, 40.05, anything like that, I think it's gone. So for me, Fantom has been one of the strongest on the bounce, the strongest when the market woke up again after this the decent pullback. Look at all that red. Fantastic. It gets swallowed up really quickly. And look what it did the previous time. So Fantom is one of the first ones that are in a zone for me right now. This is spot. Not leverage. This is spot. Definitely that. The next one that I have for you guys, I spoke about yesterday, and it hit the box beautifully, is APT, Aptos. Aptos, long, beautiful trend down. This is fantastic. It bounced on 618, which is amazing. So where it bounced is very bullish and very strong. We've broken trend now. We've retested beautifully yesterday. Aptos, APT is the next one for me. Where am I seeing this move go? So you remember I just showed you total 3, right? And what I basically showed you. What I'm expecting for now. I know at any point we're going to have an eruption. We're going to have a double-digit altcoin day very soon. You know, when you go through your list and everything is just green. I'm pretty sure we're going to have one of those days very soon where the altcoins are just going to absolutely erupt. But what I'm expecting for now is because Bitcoin is going to that major level, it is going to take a little bit of the light. But what I'm expecting is here is the slow grind up to these areas. And like I spoke about that total 3, when it gets through those major levels is when we see the pop. So my first major sort of areas is a slow grind up to these zones up here. That is absolutely terrible drawings. Let's make it better. Into these areas over here. We look at where we are right now. Firstly, I love the risk to reward. Again, I'll show you the tool. You put the tool in, you put your stops under over here, 5% stop losses, and my upside gain 50%, 1 to 10 risk to reward. Incredible, incredible. But I'm looking at the slow grind up there. You know, this is 50, 60% move just there. I am expecting, Bitcoin broke all of this. I'm expecting the altcoins to break it too at some point. I really do. All the previous highs, I think it pops it. And when it pops it, portrait tattoo of Sheldon. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put my face on your body. Please, please, please. Okay, next one. GALA games. Look at that. Buy zone right now. Boom. Breakouts. Many touches on this. We've broke out. We've retested right now. It's GALA game time for entries. Same thing, little grind up. When it gets to these areas, move. For now, I'm looking at around 5 cents. I'm looking at 25, 30% from where we're at. But this is the one I want. Remember GALA games? Where did it come before that? How did you get this major pump? Because this was quite a big one, wasn't it? You know, if we look at here, 200%er. Amazing, amazing. But what happened before that? Oh, we had a little bit of a redness, eh? Quite a bit of it. Red. Pop! Where are we now? Red. Fantastic. GALA games. Looking fantastic. Amazing. Let's just get rid of that. Cool. Next one, guys. This for me, a little bit higher risk. 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏 token. I spoke about it yesterday. I speak about it again. 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗏 token. Buy zone for me right now. Dollar costing spot account. Guys, the guys want to know leverage? It's pretty simple with the leverage right now. I'm giving you the tokens that are looking hot on the daily and they're looking hot on the higher time frames. So now what you do is you're like, okay, so Sheldon's mentioned these 5, 6 tokens. Cool. Now what you do is you go zoom into them and now you go look at them in smaller time frame because you know on the higher time frame they're looking bullish. Okay. So now you zoom in over here on 𝗏𝗏 and you're like, okay, fantastic. Let's look here. Let's look here. We were waiting for this breakout yesterday. All I see is higher high retest right now. If I wanted a leverage entry, fantastic. So I'm giving you the token that looks bullish on the higher time frames. So for spot entries, but these are tokens that you can zoom in on if you want to trade them on the shorter, higher risk sort of view. Tight stop losses within the market, very important. So we have 𝗏𝗏. The next one that we have is, I'm actually going to speak about it, is Arweave. We spoke about it yesterday and I recharted it. And for me, Arweave on a spot is, I think, a great DCA area right now. And I think the market erupts, altcoin moves. I think this is back at 11, 12 bucks pretty quickly. And once we get through this, so Arweave, once we get through these major resistance points higher up here, it gets crazy because you look at Arweave, this is where the resistances are at. Right now, it's a huge range. If you look at the percentages of it, you got from bottom to top, 161% to the bottom, you know, huge ranges, 60%. For me, we're buying yet again at the bottom range. And even just to the top, you're looking over 100%. Good looking out there, Tintina. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So Arweave for me is one of them again for spot. Amazing, looking really good. Let's quickly jump into some of the L1s. Run still thinks there's an L1 run coming. I was waiting for it the last one. And for me, L1s did not run at all. And I do believe the same thing. We look at ALGO. I do, maybe now, maybe soon, but I do think an L1 run is coming. Best show in town. Appreciate it. You know how it is, guys. Right now, Bitcoin's moving. So my shows, we sit. When these altcoins rip, you know, next week, you know, we have a huge altcoin explosion. My show, I'm back at 6,000 live, 7, you know, it goes crazy. You know, you know how it works. So be grateful you're here at this time. This is the right time to be here before it just inflates. And when you see, I'm just giving you a little clue, because I know how these things go. If you see my shows go back to 6, 8, 10,000 live views, and I'm just giving you a pre-warning, I'm just explaining this to you, it's time to start selling. Just giving you a little hint. Okay. So ALGO, fantastic. I spoke about ALGO. I was buying at 26. I'm buying more now. Solana, beautiful break there. Solana is another one dollar costing at the moment. A lot of these tokens, guys, like if you look at Solana, this would be the perfect leverage trade for you to wait for. Once you break through that, you know, on the higher time frame, it's good. And once you do, remember, any of these trades, doesn't matter the high time frame, this breaks here, stop loss here, and you let it ride either to the highs over here, for short time frame. On the higher time frame, I'm letting it ride back to the levels, you know, back to the 25, 26. Love the chat, Sheldon. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I just chatted now. Is that you? Amazing. I just had a call. Dot's looking pretty good, right? Waking up, looking amazing. So what Dot has done is, if you look over here, it hit 618 beautifully. It has hit support beautifully and looking good. So Dot, another one looking fantastic. Where are my KAVA? So guys, only for spot. I think it's going to pull back a little bit. KAVA is looking like a small pullback. I know a lot of guys are investing into this. KAVA, again, a pullback to the areas of getting it between 9 and 10 cents. You get it just above $10. Costing is great. It's not leverage, it's only spot. But KAVA, I'm not going to mention too much longer. I'm not. But KAVA is still a really big one for me to be focusing on. Let's speak about Cardano. So I heard there's some sort of little attack on it or something at the moment. I heard something like that. Chart-wise, it looks phenomenal. So chart-wise, we had this long trend that I told you guys, buy the breakout of that trend. And now we're at that point where it's in beautiful retest zone. This is a buy. If I'm looking at short-term leverage trades, it's probably one of them that I'm focusing on today to be getting into. But this is looking really, really, really good. Looking absolutely amazing. Guys, put your altcoins in the meantime. Put them in the chat. I'll be going through some altcoins for you guys, definitely, so we can see what's happening there. I see we had GNS. If you're holding GNS, it's not a buy, but hold on. It's going. Guys, end of the day, what you want to do is, if you see a token ripping, it's amazing, and it might be too late for you to buy, but you want to see, like, what were the early signs? You know, what were the signs that gave me these early signs, you know, to get it? And, you know, yet again, breakout, retest, daily trends, you know, these things, it gives us these nice early entries. Let's quickly speak about AI. I spoke about it yesterday. Let's speak about it. So here, let's go through on the higher time frame. For me, these wicks yesterday were fantastic stop loss areas. It is bigger. It's higher risk, guys. It's definitely higher risk, the AI tokens. But we got the breakout. We got the retest. So if you do like AI, it looks hot right now. It does look really good. We do have Singularity looking strong. We do look at the retest, dollar cost, higher risk, guys. A lot of higher risk. So very small part of your portfolio. But many of these tokens, fetch, breakout, retest, looking great, looking amazing. Let's speak about Render actually and see where Render's at. So Render in the buy. So we had the perfect retest yesterday, and we had this over here. I'm excited. I'm so excited that we had the Bitcoin pump. We're probably still going to have it. Borrowing for, yeah. There's still tons of FUD. I know there's tons of FUD, which means I'm buying altcoins. That's exactly how it works. We still have NIA sitting at these areas. Give me... keep Ocean Protocol. Okay, let's speak about Ocean and AVAX. Many people talk about AVAX. Let's see where you're at, AVAX. So AVAX, you look over here, 12-hour trend. You look at the long trend that we formed there, and it's looking very similar. So a lot of these tokens are amazing right now because the risk to reward is just fantastic. Because you basically look at the two, you know, you want to know how I always knew when to buy a token. And this is probably the technique that I learned within my first month of ever entering crypto. Was what I basically did is, if you look at any token, let me actually show you this quick. Let's see if this will make a lot more sense to you. So what I did was, any token, any time frame, right? I'd basically go and say, okay, where is my nearest from where I am right now? Where is my nearest low? Where is my nearest high? So I'll take a line and I'll say, there's my nearest low. There's my nearest high. Amazing. From here, where is the next level at over there? Okay. Now, anywhere, I know that this is support and this is resistance. This is my floor. This is my ceiling. Okay. Anywhere in these areas is areas that I want to buy. Anywhere in the top areas is places that I want to sell. Okay. So now I know that I'm getting near my floor. This is areas where I want to load up, where I want to buy on support. Okay. Amazing. Now, the next thing that I want to show you again, why this looks fantastic and why we like this floor buys, because yet again, you look at your, that's a short. Let me get the long. There we go. You look at where we are right now and where possibilities. Let's even add a trend line because now I know more than what I knew back then. I never even knew. I would trade without trend lines, guys, back in those days. But ultimately, I have the trend, so it shows me where my stop loss can go. Guys, I'm looking at around a 3 to 4% stop. To the first area of the year, I already have a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 5, which is amazing. And then after that, I think we go up to these higher levels. And I think it's a creep up because I think Bitcoin's still going to creep up to the higher levels. Is Bitcoin going up? It's getting good. It's getting really good. And you look at risk to reward from where we are right now. So for me, floors are always areas, supports are always areas to buy, ceilings are always areas to sell. And if you ever want to, you always go mark up these levels. If we were here right now, it could have been time to short. We're here right now, it's telling you to buy. So floors buy, magic internet money. Okay, so AVAX looks amazing, guys. It looks really, really, really good. It did hit the buy zone, so you're buying slightly above, but that's why spot is fine. Let's speak about, which was the other one over there. Did 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗍 take off again? It's nearly, if it gets through here, it should fly. Not a buy, but if you have it, hold. It looks really good. I see we got Joe. Ooh, energy web token. I haven't seen that for a very long time. EWT. I still have it, but I have it from like 2020. 2020, I still have energy web token. Still sitting at these levels. Crazy. It's clearly an accumulation. It's dollar costing. That's all you can do right now, and you got to be patient for the next push. Let's jump into Chainlink. I see we got Chainlink as a question there. Oh, there's the trend. Fantastic. See those gaps I told you guys last week? Look how they filled them. Boom. That short you got on, that was probably the best short I given the whole year, right? When we gave that short over there, 6.8 all the way to 5.9. That was a great short. So same thing with Chainlink. Let's jump into the 4 hour. Let's get out the trend lines and let's see where we're at. Amazing. Fantastic. I love these trades, guys. I love these trades because where I'm putting my stops under over here, risk to reward looks amazing. Back to the top of the range is the higher $8 region. Chain looks fantastic, guys. So, guys, while we wait for these breaks, this is the perfect day to put through all of your altcoins. You know, when the market moves, we don't always have the time to do so. So, COTI, amazing. Let's take from top to bottom. Come on, it's amazing. Broke, retest. If it holds high or low here, it's the perfect time to be loading up. Tinglies, you got the tinglies. What's Moon River again? MVMR. Am I right? Chris, Jason, MVMR. No. Just tell me to tick off Moon River, please, guys, so I can have a look here. In the meanwhile, we got 𝗁. So someone just mentioned, one of my up traders, Dylan, mentioned 𝗁 just before the show. Let's have a look at 𝗁. Great bounce. Like really, really, really good bounce. And if we have a look here,
MOVR.
So this one's a little bit high still for buys, but if you got 𝗁, it looks fantastic. I would like to get a little bit cheaper if possible. MOVR USDT. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. For me, this is still a very higher time frame dollar costing token. Dollar cost. Look at it. We still know the team, and we know it's still amazing. But this is crazy. This can be your 2050x, but you probably are going to wait 2-3 years for that to happen. So it's just dollar costing. Be patient with it. If your bags are too high, like let's say you were buying it, I remember I think I still bought some at like 50 or 60. What's crazy is now if I buy 5% of it here, I'm buying the same amount of tokens that I bought there. So if I buy like 15% of it here, I have 3 times the amount of token. I've just brought my entry price all the way down. So just focus on entry price and the amount of tokens. If you have any tokens that are sitting in a Trias, this coin's still here. Remember, we made money on that one. Guys, when this market, I just want to remind you quickly. Market wakes up now, and I'm just going to paint the picture. Market wakes up now, it blows to 33K. It goes. what tokens are you holding? Like, what are the good tokens you actually want in your portfolio, and what tokens like you must sell? Because you're gonna get into a bunch of different tokens now. Like, just put it out there so that you know what you're selling and you have to get out. Because 𝗏𝗏𝗧, we made money that time. We got out. You know, you need to know what you're getting out of. Very important. 𝗏𝗏𝗧 daily. Oh, okay, whoa. So this is a good chart. So this is actually a great Wall Street cheat sheet chart. You know, where you have all your emotions play out, then it goes into this depression and the sideways phase, and then what you start having is the disbelief, where it starts to finally break out of this range, starts to then make these higher highs, higher lows. So let me show you. So you basically have this range here, okay, and where you always want to catch it is when it finally breaks out of it, and this is where we start. So this is a really great one because you got one more resistance that's sitting here where it rejected, and then after that we start. Now, many tokens, guys, if you look at them after the last bull market and well, the last bear market before the 2021 bull market, you could see all tokens look like these huge cup and handles. You know, if we look at, I think it was the, let's actually look here quick. I think it was the Bitcoin ETH, right? Let's just see ETH BTC. Show you what I mean. I just want to see if it is right. Oh, here. Yeah, exactly. So you see here. So what you finally want to see is these tokens over time. They do this like huge, crazy bull run, and then they do this like slow, long time frame cup and handle, and then it starts to get to the higher levels. And if you just look at the 𝗏𝗏𝗧 one right now, the time that it started getting out of that was when it finally started breaking through that. And from that is when it starts to get. And what it then chases is it chases this first resistance over here, and then it goes eventually to the high. You'll see this many times in your journey with these tokens. So if I jump this back now to where we are now with 𝗏𝗏𝗧, this is good. Like, if you, the smartest money and the guys that make the most money in crypto are the guys that buy here. Very hard to always get it there, but this is the smartest guys to do it. And remember, I'll say this again, you're basically putting many different fishing rods out in crypto right now, and many different sort of things. Guys, you need two tokens. You need two tokens to do what yes, it's sad what happened to it, but to do what a Luna did, to do what a Solana did, to do what these tokens, you literally need two of them in your portfolio to do something like that, and your life's changed. So here's great. Right now, it's probably the best dollar costing zone at the moment, and expect only real growth once it's above the 3.4, you know, sort of mark with 𝗏𝗏𝗧. We have RSR. Okay, let's have a look. RSR. Bottom range. So dollar costing zone is beautiful, and you see that phase that 𝗏𝗏𝗧 is in is probably the phase that RSR is in right now. So right now, the best way to trade this is range trading. So basically bottom to top, and that's it. You don't think any far ahead of that. So if you're buying now, you're looking to basically sell in these areas over here. And you look at where we are now, 180%. So pay attention, dollar cost, be patient with it. It looks amazing. Hex. So you're talking about Hex. I'm not going to talk about Hex, guys. Okay, I'll talk about Hex. Let's look. Okay, not bad. Yeah, so Hex obviously broke this important level here, which is good. It's now fighting this one over here. Yeah, it's got a lot of resistance to get through here first. Before you can think any further with Hex, it's looking a bit more. I don't have any Hex anymore, personally, at all. Matic, I spoke about Nakamoto. Let's speak about Naka, because I bought a lot more Naka. So Naka, see what I mean, guys? This is the best thing where you can get really good at crypto when they get out of these phases. See here, it's exactly what you want. And look, when it's just long accumulating, breaks out, retests, and it goes. It's fantastic. Now, what I'm looking at Naka is it's nearly time again, but it's waiting for, it's basically forming this daily sort of wedge at the moment. And once we through that, I'm still expecting this to go to, you know, 50, 60 cents. I actually got extremely high targets for the high time frame of up to like $2, $3, $4, like really high. You can see it's crazy. So I have taken a lot on that Vet, don't shout, don't shout. Vet. About VeChain. Amazing. Okay. See, this is it's in this phase. Then you know, guys, it's really good when you're in this phase. Like, look at that on the daily. That's amazing. It's amazing that we're in that phase. So now we quickly zoom in and we're like, okay, cool. Let's quickly put this trend in here. Beautiful, perfect area to bounce. This is where it must bounce if it remains bullish. And this is the best time to be buying as a long-term investor for VET at the moment. So that looks really good. The only time we can really expect crazy growth is when we finally through that top phase, like we just saw with Naka. When we finally through that top region of getting out of this is when you start to see the growth. So it still means possible a little bit more time, higher time frame, but as an investor, if you want VET, it's probably the best time right now to be dollar costing into it. Casper, let's look at the next Luxo. Oh, I bought some last week, yeah. LK, what is it again, Jay? Luxo? Okay, what is it? I have to remember all of these. Just give me the ticker, please, guys, of Luxo. Let's speak about Lido in the meanwhile. Jay, if you can just give me the... let's speak about Lido. Obviously big.
Luxo's LYX.
LYX. 𝗟𝗏𝗽𝗄𝗧. Thank you, bro. Okay, so Luxo, we have a look over here. Broken daily trend, retested beautifully, amazing. So anyone that wanted some the Luxo, here's your time to add a little bit more. Looking good. Let's see it on the high time frame. Yeah, this is still a great chart. Great chart. Its next major resistances are 17 to 20. So yeah, smash the like button. Smash the like, smash the like, smash the like. If you enjoy these shows where I go through all these alts for you, smash the like. I use the like button, guys, to see what you like and what you don't like. So the amount of likes on shows, the more you like on the video, I know that's the show that you want me to do. So I use it very much. I spoke about render. Go back into the show. You'll find out about render. Oh, Lido. We were busy with Lido, right? Let's jump into Lido here. Let's have a look at Lido. So, see, these are always the best times when you have this long trend that we break. So technically what it's done now is it broke out. And what you want to see after that is 618. So you want to take bottom to top, golden zone. We're bouncing golden zone at the moment. You want to see, is there horizontal support backing it? Yes, it is. Do we have RSIs at the bottom? We do have RSIs at the bottom. So Lido, I'd be adding a bit. Yes. Where are we on the super high time frame? We're not like the other tokens where they're a lot lower. I do think this is undervalued, and I think it's new. So we don't have that much more. So I'd probably put this under my medium category. My medium sort of category when it comes to my portfolio. Remember, guys, you're probably going to expand your portfolios to around 20 tokens now, 15 tokens. And then probably in the next few weeks, we're coming back down to like 5. So your account's always going to do this through the times. Any of them else exactly as predicted. Amazing. Okay, guys, have a fantastic day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's wait for the market to move. Come join me for live trading. Mark's looking good. There's Bitcoin. Come, Bitcoin. Yes. All right, let's get back here. Maybe I should just leave this on and all the way to live trading. What do you think? Come, Bitcoin. Waking up. Waking up. We got our Fantom waking up. That's good. We have our Blur waking up. That's amazing. Let's see what dominance. The fact that dominance is so strong like this is just giving me like this. There's a lot of love and a lot of strength with Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin's got 2 major tests now to get through here on the shorter time frame. Imagine we break that high today. Let's just put this up here. There we go. So we've got the first test there. Big level we want to get through now. Big level, and then we obviously got the high. So Bitcoin so far is looking pretty juicy. Looking good. We have the 4-hour that's only just left the bottom now. And where it bounced was perfect. That's where we wanted to bounce on that support over there. So still looking really, really, really good. Cool, guys. Well, join me for live trading. I think if you do sign up for Sniper School now. You can't get the live trading today. I'm doing it for the guys that are educated and that can understand what I'm saying. Otherwise, we've got people that don't know what they're doing, and I never want to put any high risk trading on people that don't know what they're doing. Have a fantastic day. Love you lots. Much love to you all. Smash the like button, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's show. Much love, fam.